Hi there, Wendy G. Young. I welcome you to the Awakening Woman Artist video series. This is the third video in the series, and here's where I'm going to give you some actionable items, help you get started walking these steps, tell you how to do it, okay? So, the first step is letting go of what no longer serves you. And really, with any of the steps, the simple thing that I could say would be just do it, right? I mean, we know that. We know we've been nudged to take some action, but it's a little bit scary, so we haven't done it yet because we don't know what it's going to look like on the other side. So, what can we do? What can we do if we're going to clean out our closet? We can bring a friend over and have our friend help us let go of our clothing that no longer serves us. So I will suggest the same thing here. If you don't have the courage quite yet, so really look inside. Go and find the courage. Imagine what your life could be like if you did let go of this thing that you have been nudged to let go of. And if you still can't find the courage, go and grab some friends and have some conversation about it. Have them help you. Have them feed your courage. Have them guide you to your courage. You know, sometimes we just need a little help from our friends. And really, this will apply for any one of the steps because we are human beings and we require contact with other people. We can't do everything by ourselves. We can. It just makes it a little bit harder sometimes. So the other key here is to listen to your intuition. What does your intuition say? Trust that. Because when you trust your intuition, miraculous things will happen when we listen to it. So now the second step is discovering what has been lost and forgotten. Oh, you know what? I want to go ahead and go back to the first step, the letting go. I want to tell you a little story about myself, and because it brought me to these steps. So I had this item that I had lent somebody. It was a very expensive item. For me, it was about $1,500, and at the time, that was a lot of money, and I wanted to get it back, and I couldn't get it back. This person would not let me have it back. There were all sorts of excuses about why I couldn't have it back, and so I fretted about it for several months. It was really very hurtful. Until one day I realized, you know what, the only person that I was hurting was me by not letting go of it. So I let go. I wrote this person and said, you know what, it's yours. You can have it. Happy birthday for the next 30 years. And so 2 weeks later, I found myself in the second step. Now, at this time, I didn't know that I had 7 steps that I had been walking through. But I found myself in this place where I was looking around when I was about 12 and I could see everything that was going on. And so I remained there for several months, looking around, being very diligent about this. So when we're discovering, you know, we're having to find that diligence. We're having to be very diligent. We're having to have our courage to look around. You want to get in there and you want to just really look around and get a feel for what's going on and just plant yourself in there because you are safe. If there was anything going on back at that time that felt unsafe, know that that was then and this is now. And you can always go and speak with somebody about what is going on if you're a little bit, a little bit fearful about doing it. Just always connect to your courage, always connect to this diligent part of yourself because you are on this exploratory mission to really discover information that's going to help you move forward. That's why you're doing this. It's like you're solving a mystery. That's what I did. There was a mystery. I didn't understand what had happened between this person and myself over the years. And so I went on this exploratory mission and I was able to start to put things together. And in that process, I began to heal. I began to see that my worthiness, my deservingness, always lived inside of me. I was able to see my courage lived inside of me, that everything I ever needed always lived inside of me because I was willing to go on the exploratory mission. Now, once we're in there and we start to have feelings coming up, we need to be resilient. We need to allow ourselves to fully feel the emotions and the feelings that have been stuck, sometimes for 20, 30, 40 years. I know, it's crazy. For me, what happened was I wanted to be an artist when I was a little girl. I begged for lessons in the arts, dancing, singing, piano, guitar, painting. And I got one art lesson. And when I finally realized I was not going to be encouraged, in fact, I was very discouraged, I buried it. Now, I don't know if it was one day I said, okay, well, I guess it's just not going to happen. I'm just going to go ahead and bury all this stuff. No, that's not really what I did. It was just a natural way of being in the world. I had a lot of obligations as a child. And so those just kept on overshadowing my dream, my huge desire to use my gift that intuitively I knew I had. So I buried the gift, and the sadness, the deep sadness got attached to it, and they all got buried together deep in the wilderness of who I am, till I was ready to go back and feel the sadness. Let the sadness come out. And I did this through my art. So there's the 7 steps, but I also have created these processes that they just kind of came to me. I just started taking action after action. And doing the processes as I was walking these steps helped me to own this gift inside of myself after I was able to let go of all the sadness. So what happened was I started to draw, and after about 1 or 2 hours I could feel the sadness starting to come up, the stuff that I had buried. And if I was not at home, I would just very easily close everything up, close all the papers, put everything back in the folder, back in the briefcase, because I wasn't going to feel any emotion out in public, because I like to draw out in public. I like to go to Whole Foods and relax and write and draw. So this took a lot of resilience, and had to keep on drawing, had to keep on allowing myself to trust in the universe, trust the bigger picture, and just go with the flow. So once I did that, then I was able to have a look and really own it. So again, owning, we want to have a willingness. We have to be willing to own it. So the way that we own our gift is we use our gift. We use it over and over and over. And each time we use our gift, we're owning it at a deeper level, moving on towards the embodiment of it, which I'm still working on too. Because there's so much more I want to do. I still want to dance. I still might even consider singing. I still might consider playing piano. So we can just go deeper and deeper and deeper all the time. Okay? So to own it, we want to really use our gift. And in the process, we're healing and we're feeling, and we keep on walking the steps, going deeper and deeper into the landscape of who we are. And really owning our dream and taking a look and saying, yeah, wow, that was my dream. Oh my God. Oh wow, I get to live my dream now just by drawing. I'm just so happy I get to draw whenever I want to. So again, the next step is honoring. And so how do we do that? Well, go back in time. Go to 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, and take a look at all the things that you accomplished in school, after school, in your home, books that you read that you didn't have to read, just anything. Maybe, you had dancing lessons. Maybe you created art. Maybe you played the piano or sang. Maybe you acted in the school play. So make a list of all these things that you accomplished. These were successes that you walked through. way back. And they've just been buried. Everything got buried together because, we grew up, went to college maybe we got married, had kids, or got a job, and all that stuff's way back there. And so now it's about going back and grabbing it all and honoring it and owning it and loving it and letting go of whatever is keeping you from all that. Okay, and now celebrating. Well, how would you celebrate your life? How would you celebrate everything from your past if you could? What would you do? Would you throw a party? Would you honor yourself with taking a bath with bath salts, or go out to dinner, or cook your favorite food? Take the time to cut the vegetables up and fry it in whatever you like to fry it in. For me, I like to use coconut oil. Or maybe you want to go on a vacation. Maybe you want to get out and speak. Maybe you want to start a business. How are you going to take all of this and celebrate out in the world? So that when we move forward, from here forward, what we create, what successes we bring to life, what accomplishments that we have always wanted to bring out into the world, we want to celebrate it along the way. We want to own it. We want to honor it, honor ourselves, celebrate ourselves all along the way. So everything is flexible and open and moving forward, and feeling all the accomplishments from the past supporting you in your journey as you move forward in your life. So when we can move forward, when we can look back and see everything that we accomplished as being part of our journey now, it gives us the confidence. It gives us the confidence that we require to keep going forward. Okay, so now, and the last step, again, is embodying. And so, again, that's about going back in again. This might be about noticing, what is it about our art that we like? What do we like to do? Do we like to paint? And do we like, what kind of colors? Do we like pinks and purples, or do we like primary colors? Or do we like to draw? Do we like to draw on pencil, with marker, with black marker, multiple color markers? And what do we like to draw? So it's where we get to take it in and really allow ourselves to be inspired about what can we create now. Is there a collection that we want to create? Whether this is visual art, or if this is writing, maybe you have a blog and you want to do a series of blogs about a particular topic in a particular month. This is about really asking the questions of ourselves about what it is that we want to create. And sometimes there are no questions to ask. Sometimes we just get inspired. So listen to that. Listen to that inspiration. Listen to your